Hi, friends. I'm Emily. Welcome to our podcast.
And I'm Michael. Today's story is about survival and hope. Wow, that sounds intense already.
It's a true story of two brave men in the Andes Mountains that will really pull at your heartstrings.
Okay, I'm already on the edge of my seat. What's the name of this story?
Two men, Joe Simpson and Simon Yates, were climbing a mountain in Peru.
Oh, so they were facing Mount Everest or something? What was the mountain they were climbing?
The mountain, Ciula Grande, is 20,000 feet high. That's taller than any building you've ever seen.
Laughs. Wow, that's like climbing into the clouds or something. But what about the weather? Was it all right?
Exactly. The wind was strong and snow was falling. But guess what? They had reached the top.
So they were happy, right? But what happens when they start coming back down?
But going down was hard. You know, the descent can be just as challenging, sometimes even scarier than climbing up.
Oh man, you're telling me going downhill is harder? Reminds me of a roller coaster. You never see the drop coming. But what happened next? As they began to descend, something terrible happened, right?
Yes! Joe fell and broke his leg. In the freezing mountains, a broken leg can mean death. It's like being trapped in a nightmare.
Oh no, that's just horrible. Is there a way they could have prepared for that?
Simon was worried but reassured Joe, saying, "We'll get down."
Whoa! So how did he even handle that pressure? It must have been insane.
Simon made a rope system and started lowering Joe. Imagine the weight of that responsibility.
I can't imagine. And then what happened?
Then something went wrong. As Simon lowered Joe, the rope became loose.
Oh man, that's just terrifying. So Joe fell off the cliff, right?
Yes, and Simon shouted for Joe, but there was no answer. Just complete silence.
How long was that silence? Must have felt eternal.
Exactly. Joe was hanging in the air, and Simon had to make an impossible choice.
Wait, what choice? What did he have to decide?
Simon had to choose to either hold the rope and risk both dying or cut it to save himself.
Wow, that's so intense. What did he do?
With tears in his eyes, he cut the rope, marking a devastating moment.
Oh no, so did Joe just fall into the abyss? That sounds like a horror movie.
Yes, Joe fell into a crevasse. It was cold and dark. He should have died.
It's like the worst thing imaginable. But he survived? What a twist.
But he was still alive. He thought about giving up, but decided to keep going.
How did he find the strength to keep pushing through? That's inspiring.
He had to climb despite his broken leg. Slowly, he reached the top.
That sounds like running a marathon after breaking a leg. How did he manage?
Exactly. It's that feeling of triumph when you think you can't go on anymore but find a way. Joe wasn't safe yet. He had no food or water, just rocks and ice.
Wow. That sounds like being stranded in a desert, but way colder. What did he do?
Even weak, he started to crawl, slowly making progress.
For 3 days? That's like a test of willpower. What did he see at the end?
Finally, he saw something in the distance. A tent.
Whoa, that's like finding an oasis. Did he think he was dreaming?
You could imagine the hope he felt. But there were challenges waiting.
What happened next? This is like an adventure movie.
Joe shouted, but no one came. It was a suspenseful moment.
Oh no, that's like a cliffhanger. Were they lost?
He shouted again, and someone finally answered.
It was Simon, right? No way, that's amazing.
Yes, Simon found Joe. He was hurt but alive. What a relief.
That's incredible. It seems like fate stepped in there.
Joe survived what seemed impossible. A true testament to the human spirit.
Wow, that hits deep. What's the main lesson from this story?
This story is about more than a mountain. It's about never giving up.
Right. In a world with so much instant gratification, it feels powerful.
Exactly. Joe didn't survive just because he was strong. He survived because he kept trying.
That's the crucial part. Life can be tough, but we must keep going.
Step by step, we can find hope again. It's like climbing your own personal mountain.
Laughs. That's so true. It's like a metaphor for life.
And it's important to remember that each climb makes us stronger, just like Joe.
I'm definitely inspired. Can't wait for the next episode.
Thank you for listening to Touching the Void with us.
If you liked this story, please share it with your friends. It's so impactful.
Remember, don't give up in tough times.
We'll be back soon with another inspiring story. Bye!